Hey beautiful readers! Today we are here to film the first ever book review of the channel. I have recently finished reading a book that I want to talk about, and I'm kind of trying to divide it in 4 sections. I want to talk about basically what the plot is, how it was written, how original it was, and basically give some basic information about the book, meaning who wrote it and the title, so very basic stuff. And so the first book that I want to review is this one, which is The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton, and it's a Sunday Times #1 bestseller and has now become a major BBC TV series that I really want to watch. So I read this one with loads of expectation because, yes, people say a book should not be judged by its cover, which sometimes it's true, but there are so many books that when I go and choose for a book, if the cover catches my attention, I'm obviously more drawn to read it. So this one, I really was intrigued with the cover. I was intrigued with the premise because the miniaturist is really interesting premise. What has the miniaturist to do with story and stuff? And what I found was that in some ways this book was a bit disappointing, and I'm gonna explain why. So the plot of this book is basically that there is this girl that comes from the countryside and marries into a very wealthy family, and when she comes to the house of the new family and she wants to greet her husband, and she doesn't, basically, and this is because he is not there, and the servants are weird, the sister of her husband is weird and very secretive, has a really bad temper, and it's kind of a it's kind of a tense situation. Then she starts to learn stuff, and she receives as present a miniature house version of the house she owns, so the house she went in, and that she considers a bit of a joke. But then she gets passionate and she starts receiving pieces of furniture, and that unravels the secrets of the house, which are some that I won't tell because if you want, you have to read the book. But the secrets are, yes, very interesting and somewhat surprising, but the ending is merciless. Like, it's very hard. It's painful, the ending, because very few people remain alive, and it's not a happy one at all. And that one is not my issue with the book, because very honestly, it's okay. Happy endings are not for every single book, so it's fine. But what I found a bit odd about the book was that the miniaturist plays a role that is not so key. The only cool thing about it is that the miniaturist seems to know things about the family that are secrets, and so the miniature have the forms of these secrets or foreshadow events. But this has not much to do with the story, because it's just the secrets come out anyway, and at the end the miniaturist does not even meet with the main character. So it's just, I don't know, I considered it a bit weird. And if you like this kind of story where there's a story and then full of surprises in the small realm of the story, it's not a massive one, it talks about a family, but it has many surprises, so you might like it, and it's set in the 1600s, so that as well is really interesting. And the language is a bit hard, and this is because obviously it's set in the 1600s, so they had different terms they used, and it was a bit different from what we are used to. So I feel that the language is adequate to the content of the book, and the descriptions are good, not mesmerizing. They are good, not the best, but good. And then what do we have to talk about? yeah, basically what I thought and as an overall, and if I would recommend it. Basically, as an overall, it's a good book. Not the best, in my opinion. I would give it 3 stars out of 5 because it was good. The surprises were interesting, but it did not spark any kind of joy outside of the strict story. It did not make me tell, oh my god, I am really engaged. It was not as engaging, and also the main character at the beginning, she seemed straight up stupid. It did not spark that much joy into me. It was not super gripping, and yeah, the main character seemed straight up stupid at the beginning, and the whole way in which they deal with secrets is not my favorite, because the sister of the husband is rude, like straight up rude. So I don't like it that she's just rude because she doesn't want to tell things. So as an overall, I said 3 stars out of 5, and it can be interesting, but I don't know, I think it's so hyped. Bestseller here, there, and I didn't feel that hype while reading the book. So that might be a very unpopular opinion. If you loved this book, I'm sorry that I felt this way about it, but very honestly, if you want to give it a try, just do, and tell me why you think I felt this way towards the book. Because I felt that I had previously read another book that I will review as well, that was, I don't know, better, like better written. It had a better story, it was more engaging. So yeah, this is all from me today. I really hope that you have enjoyed this review, and if you decide to give this book a try, leave it down in the comments below. Please like the video if you did like it, and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and we will see each other next Friday for another Flash Friday review.